Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm your guy, I am the guy, I am that guy. And it's time. The moment you've all been waiting for, my top 15 albums of 2021. I got a new haircut, new chair, I got everything ready for this moment. I'm dripped up and ready to go. So, I don't want this video to be incredibly long, so if I keep talking it's going to be really fucking long, so I just lost monetization. Whatever, there's music in this video anyway. I'm screwed either way. This video probably isn't even gonna go up because of how much music I use is gonna get claimed. Whatever. Yeah. That being said, let's get right into the video. Coming in at number 15, I have Indigo de Sauza with Any Shape You Take. This indie rock album really impressed me this year. It was a really fun listen. Had a lot of great elements to it. It was everything about this album was just fun. There's a lot of really cool ideas, like in Real Pain, with like the screaming, oh my god, the collaborative screaming in the middle of that track, and it like immediately transitions it into a completely different song. I thought was really cool, and it turned into one of my favorite songs on the album. Everything about this album I thought was just really fun, a really well put together listen. It was just everything that I could have asked for from an indie rock project. I'm giving this a strong 8. 3 songs that you can check out, I'd say Darker Than Death, Die, Cry, and Real Pain.
Taking off to the brightest star.
Coming in at number 14, we have Fragments of a Dying Star by Dispirited Spirits. This one may have flown over some people's radar, and I would say it definitely did. More of an underground artist, Dispirited Spirits, making an incredible space rock project that blew me away. This is my introduction into space rock, and it surprised me completely. I guess you could also call this neo-psychedelia, but I would call this space rock. Almost everything about this project was spectacular, besides maybe a handful of songs that I felt were just like padding and filler. Besides that, the rest of this was amazing. It played with a lot of fun sounds, it played with a lot of fun elements. It was just a really fun listen. At first I didn't like it because I listened to it like 3 times, like in one sitting, which was a problem. Don't do that ever. Just don't do that. You're gonna get tired of it. But yeah, because of those listening sessions, it caused me to get bored of this album. But I came back to it a handful of months later and liked it a lot more after I gave myself a break from it. So that, yeah, this album's best in small doses. I'm giving this a strong 8 again. Really strong 8. Strong 8 to a light 9. This was really good. I told you this year was stacked. This year is stacked with amazing albums. 3 songs for you to check out. Let's say Somewhere, Anywhere, No One Is Coming, Daydreamer, and All These Lights.
The plastic don't know how to change it back. Got me and eat it on the inside. At least I look like a snack. I haven't come out of my show, but don't know how long till I crack. Ooh, do your dance right about the
Number 13, Genesis Owusu with Smiling With No Teeth. A really impressive debut album. That's all I'm going to say. Just an incredibly impressive debut album that took experimental hip-hop and played with it in ways that were just really impressive and really like came out of nowhere to me. It plays with soul and hip-hop and just flips it on its entire side. Like it runs through so many ideas, it plays with so many ideas. Even for a slightly longer album at 53 minutes, there's no way you can get bored of this project. There's just so much going on all the time, and it has just amazing songs the whole way through. The production is amazing, vocals and flows great. This album is really good. Only at 13, this album was really good, and yeah, I'm giving this a light 9. 3 songs check out. I'd say The Other Black Dog, Drown, and A Song About Fishing.
All my favorite songs are slow and sad. I don't know what's wrong with me.
at number 12, we have the very first album I listened to this year, funnily enough. OK Human with... Oh my god. OK Human with Weezer. Weezer with OK Human. Yeah. This album is like the whole reason why I followed music this year. It was a really great album to start the year with. And this album just spawned me listening to all kind of crazy albums this year, and I'm so glad I did because I found so much amazing music that I never would have found if I didn't. But yeah. That being said, I think this album is great. Weezer taking on chamber pop, which is something that I thought would never happen, but it turned out to be quite the spectacle. There's like all kind of fun instruments that they play with here, and it's just a fun album with some lyrics about the pandemic and whatnot, all that stuff. It's really well written and mature for a Weezer album, which is something else that I would like to say. It's just a really mature and well put together and just all around amazing Weezer project. 3 songs for you to check out. I say All My Favorite Songs, Numbers, and Dead Roses. Okay, little controversial take here. I have Imagine Dragons with Mercury Act 1. Now, going into this project, I had zero expectations. I thought this was going to be god-awful, like their last 2 projects were. But I came in hoping that maybe it would be like Night Visions and Smoke and Mirrors, 2 albums that I really liked. This was... It blew me away. I don't have many words to put in together how surprised I was by this project, that I liked it as much as I did. I was just hoping just to not be like tortured, and it came out being my favorite Imagine Dragons project by a long shot. Night Visions and Smoke and Mirrors, well, I both think they're good. They're very flawed, and Evolve was a modern disaster, and Origins was bloated at best. This album, following Origins and Evolve, I completely expected something god-awful, and I got one of the best albums of 2021. I feel like a lot of the bad scores are biased, but there are some really bad tracks in here, like Mundane Giants. Those 2 songs suck. But besides that, this is really fun and a really enjoyable project, all things considered. I'm mad surprised that this was as good as it was. 3 songs to check out. Say My Life, Wrecked, and Dull Knives.
Oh, baby, don't keep me waiting. There's so much love we could be making.
Before we get into my number 10, An Evening of Soulsonic by Soulsonic, Mercury Act 1 and OK Human, they're both light 9s. I don't think I said that when I talked about them, but they're both light 9s. This is also a light 9, so keep that in mind. But yeah, An Evening of Soulsonic, while short, it puts together the best assets of Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, and that's not even his name. Wait. Why are they not showing the main artists? It is Anderson .Paak. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little dumb. But yeah, it puts together their best attributes or assets, their best strengths, and puts it in one album that I think is probably the best thing that either artist has produced. It's like smooth soul jazz, maybe a little bit of funk too, and it's just a straight vibe for 30 minutes. Like, I don't know how to really explain it besides it's just vibes. Like, it sounds a little, like, cringe, but, like, I forgot how to have fun with music until 777 came on, and when I listened to that song, dude, I forgot how fun music listening can be. That song just kind of jump-started my love for music again. But, yeah, a pretty spectacular debut project. I don't know if they're going to make any more, but It was pretty good. 3 songs. Fly Is Me, 777, and Smoking Out the Window.
Chicken from the pen, touring the beaches of Salafassin.
Number 9, Cowboy, Black Midi. Like, wow. what an album. I saw a lot of potential from Black Midi's debut album, Stragenheim. But I never expected this. They did a complete 180 in what they were making. They were making like post-punk, and they went to like full avant prog, experimental rock, jazz rock. Like, I guess there was definitely experimental rock elements in their last album, but this just like goes so much further than I would have ever expected. There's so many crazy ideas and crazy songs on this thing. You need to listen to this project. If you never listened to this project, please take 42 minutes of your day, sit down and listen to this project, because it is a trip. You will not regret listening to this project. I'm going to give you 4 songs for this one, because I don't care. Listen to John L., Conjure Militia. Oh my god, I butchered that name. Conjure Militia? I don't know. Conjure Militia, Patella, Slow, and Hogwash and Boulder Dash. Those 4 songs are amazing. You need to listen to them now. And while you're at it, just listen to the rest of the album, because that was half the songs on the entire album that I just listed. Number 8, ABBA Voyage. Cowboy was a light to a decent 9, by the way. I forgot to say that again. This is also a light to a decent 9. Yeah, what a revelation this is. I would have never expected this to be good, let alone even like come out. ABBA, the old 80s band that made Dancing Queen, making one of my favorite albums of 2021. What a timeline we live in. But yeah, this album just made me so happy when I listened to it. I don't know why, but just complete joy just overcame me when I listened to this. It was like some like huge nostalgia rush, but I never really listened to ABBA before this. I just knew Dancing Queen. But there was something so sweet about hearing like 70-year-old people just making an album and having fun. It was one of the most wholesome and sweetest experiences I've ever had listening to an album. And I don't think I'll ever forget my first listen to this album. It was something truly special. 3 songs. Oh, let's do 4 songs from here on out. 4 songs to listen to. Let's say When You Dance With Me, Bumblebee, I Still Have Faith in You, and Don't Shut Me Down.
Take hold of my gentle axe and split him up.
Number 7, Lingua Ignota, Sinner Get Ready. Wow. Is all I can say, just wow. This album's terrifying. Like, genuinely horrifying. But it's impeccable. It is amazing. It's unlike anything I've ever heard before, and it is disgustingly terrifying. Like, I remember my first listen to this, I was just like, wow, this is horrifying, but I couldn't stop listening because the ideas being presented, and just everything being presented to me was just so incredible. There was, oh my god, this album's amazing. The only problems I had with this is that I'm scared of it. I'm not scared of it. It's a genuinely horrifying experience, but it is well worth it. If you can like look into the writing on this one, the overdramatic vocals, the incredible instrumentation, the ideas, the production, everything, it's amazing. It's incredible. The neoclassical darkwave album blew me away. Fantano gave this a 10 out of 10, and I don't agree with 10 out of 10. It's not perfect, but I agree with a really high score. I'm giving this a light to a decent 9. It is such a trip. Oh, 4 songs. Let's go. Honestly, the first four. The Order of Spiritual Versions, I Have Been the Tall Grasses, Many Hands, and Pennsylvania Furnace. Number 6, Downfall of the Neon Youth, a collaboration project by Paranormal, Asian Glow, and Son host Tomen Kanta. Three people from different countries. Well, Paranormal and Asian Glow are both from Korea, but honestly, Son host might be from Korea too. I don't know. Take that with a grain of salt, whatever. But 3 artists come together and make an incredible black gaze project. Paranormal kind of took this year by storm. You'll see him later on in this list, but I never knew who this was, and then he made two of my favorite albums of the year by far. Like, these 2 albums are incredible that I'm going to be talking about, but yeah. Amazing. I can't say much else besides amazing. It's just really, really good black gaze. And if you know what that is, then you know what that is. But if you don't know what black gaze is, then you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Imagine shoegaze and metal combined. That's pretty much black gaze. There's elements of noise pop and emo here too, and the writing's pretty decent. Everything is just really strong about this project. It is pretty incredible. 4 songs, I'm gonna say Nails, Love Migraine, say Colors, and Insomnia.
When they're changing and shaping in size, where you going, don't wanna go there. You comb your hair and you taste the mustard.
Last album was a decent 9. Forgot to say that again. I suck at this. Squidbreaker Field, also a decent 9. See, I said it this time. I was excited for this project the moment I heard it was being announced, mostly because I thought the band name Squid was hilarious, but I heard they were making post-punk, and post-punk is the genre that took everything by complete storm this year in 2021. If you follow music not even too deeply, you would know, like, Squid, Black Midi, Black Country New Road, even Shame. Like, they all made incredible post-punk records this year. But this one in particular, I think, stands out the second most, and there's more of a art punk and like punk roots in this one too, as compared to the other 2. But this album just like gives off crazy vibes. Like, it's just like so wacky, and the ideas here are just so dramatic. Like, the dramatic singing is hilarious and amazing. Just everything about this project just oozes creativity and oozes passion, and it's amazing. It's everything I want from an album. I'm giving this a decent 9. 4 songs I want you to check out. Go Narrator, Paddling, Documentary Filmmaker, and let's say Peel Street. Number 4, Paranormal, and this was an incredible experience. I heard about this album throughout the year, and I saw that it was getting like a lot of attention, and I had no clue what it was. It looked really interesting, a shoegaze / emo / lo-fi project. An hour long was quite the time, but I was ready to put in the hour for this one because it looked really interesting, and people were calling it one of the best albums of the year. And then I finally listened to it a handful of months after it came out and was completely blown away. I was stunned by its beauty. Everything about it was just beautiful. It was so well put together and so well crafted. I can't put into words how well this album truly is at existing. Like, it's just It's really special. It's a special album indeed. It's words can't describe its beauty. Words can't describe its power, its lyricism, its story. It's just everything about it is amazing. 4 songs. Check out Beautiful World, White Ceiling especially. White Ceiling is amazing. I Can Feel My Heart Touching You. And I'll say Chicken. Also, the album's called To See the Next Part of the Dream. I don't even think I ever said that. But yeah, this album's really special.
Why don't you sing with an English accent? Well, I guess it's too late to change it now.
I'm going to keep this one a little brief because I talked about this in length for an album review that I'll link in the description if you want to check it out. But For the First Time by Black Country New Road completely blew me away on first listen. This was the second album I listened to this year, and it was I never heard post rock or experimental rock before this, and it completely destroyed all my expectations. I didn't know if I loved it or hated it at first listen. Like, I needed to listen to this like 3 times in order to like actually form like any opinion on it. And the opinion I made was this is a masterpiece. It's crafted so well. It's so creative, and there's so much care put into it. It's hard to explain, like most albums. On the like with no script like I do, but it's amazing. It can switch from completely chaotic to really gentle and serene, and it switches like that. Like, it's that easy, and it fits in any context perfectly. I'm giving this a strong 9. I gave the last album a strong 9 too. I don't think I said that. To See the Next Part of a Dream. And 4 songs that I recommend. There's literally 6 songs in the album, so I recommend them all. Instrumental, Athens, France, Science Fair, Sunglasses, Track X, Opus. Listen to them all. Listen to this album. It's only 40 minutes long.
Like street.
Strictly business.
Take a picture, hope it lasts long. Strictly business, check the backlog. Make a living, sing a sad song.
_ Fishmonger number 2. It blew me away. Again, like a lot of albums this year. It destroyed my expectations. I listened to this, I thought the album cover was neat. I liked the album cover a lot. It made me laugh. And I listened to it, and I never would have expected an 100 out of 100 album that I received. There's not a single moment on this album where I'm bored, where I'm unhappy, where I'm like, this could be done better. No, this album is crafted perfectly. There's nothing wrong with this album, in my opinion. It does everything right, and the genre is trying to do, which is hyperpop. It's everything I look for in a hyperpop album. It's incredible. The writing is fun and creative. The sounds are fun and incredibly creative and incredibly fun. I said that already, but I don't care. It's the truth. It's so creative and so fun and so different and so new. It's so everything that I could have asked for. I'm giving this a 10. I also made an album review on this. I'll link that in the description as well if you want to see me talk about the album in a little more detail. 4 tracks I recommend. Let's go 70%. Let's go The Fish Song, Spoiled Little Brat, and there's so many good songs. It's hard to pick just one. I'm picking a handful more. Secondhand Embarrassment, Where Did You Fall, Your Favorite Sidekick, Bozo Bozo Bozo. Listen to those 7. Okay, I'm back. It's time for honorable mentions. And while I'm at it, listen to all of Fishmonger. Everything on that album. 70%. Secondhand Embarrassment. Bozo Bozo Bozo. Kinko's Field Trip. I think there's a date for it, actually. Yeah, Kinko's Field Trip 2006, Where Did You Fall, Spoiled Little Brat, Your Favorite Sidekick, Dryland 2001, The Fish Song, Delmar County Fair. Listen to all of it. But, yeah, honorable mentions time. What was I going to talk about? Oh, yeah, okay. Let's start this off. Sufjan Stevens, Angelo DiAugustine, A Beginner's Mind. Completely beautiful singer-songwriter. I just wish it did a little more. A lot of the songs sound similar, but it's a good sound for it to sound similar too. So I can't complain too much, but I wish it was a little more creative. I wish it did a little more. Girl in Red, If I Can Make It Go Quiet. Great sound palette, incredibly soothing. But like the last album, wish it did a little more. Wish it was a little more mature in its songwriting, which I think can be a little not for me at times. A handful of songs on If I Can Make It Go Quiet, which is the reason why I didn't put it on this list. I probably would have if it wasn't for a handful of songs on that album, which I think ruined the experience. Japanese Breakfast, Jubilee. Really amazing art pop, like the only art pop album that I listened to like ever that I actually enjoyed. So that's got it going for it. It's just really beautiful, but sometimes it's a little boring, like a lot of art pop, in my opinion. Which is... But yeah, at the end of the day, Jubilee by Japanese Breakfast is an incredibly beautiful art pop album that you should definitely check out. The last album I'm going to talk about is Mercurial World by Magdalena Bay. Really great glitch pop, really great electronic. It's just really fun. However, the more I listen to it, the more I dislike it because I think it gets a little more boring because it doesn't exceed any more expectations since you know what's happening next. Like, you know what's coming in the song and it doesn't really blow you away. It's just like, oh, that's cool. So I think it does work best on first listen, but it's still really good. Other albums I'm going to casually mention. Glow One Turnstile, great. Bleachers, Take the Saturday Night grew off me, but I still thought it was great. The Armed Ultra Pop also grew off me, but I still thought it was really good. That's like it. Those are my honorable mentions. Now let's get into what you're waiting for, my top album of 2021.
Oh, it's calling. I just can't stop. I'm sorry. I can feel it.
And it is Nurture by Porter Robinson. There was so much hype surrounding this album, and I did not believe any of it. I was like, this album isn't going to be good. Well, I thought it was going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be amazing. And then I listened to it, and it was close to my favorite album of all time. And it might be my favorite album of all time in like a month or two's time. Like, it's getting up there. It is... Whenever I'm feeling down or just like upset or unhappy or mad, I just listen to this album and I'm immediately taken somewhere else. It's like a whole new world. It's like a drug almost, but like not. Like, it just completely soothes me. It takes away every care that I had before, every problem that I was dealing with. It just erases it completely, and I can never thank it enough for how much it's done for me. It really helps me for like everything, and it's beautiful. There's not one song that I don't think is like practically perfect. This is a 10, easily. It's amazing. There's nothing about this album that's not perfect. I'm not limiting this to 4 songs. Listen to the whole album. Listen to Lifelike, Look at the Sky, Get Your Wish, Wind Tempos, Musician, Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti Do, Mother, Dulce, Sweet Time, Mirror, Something Comforting, Blossom, Unfold, and Trying to Feel Alive. It's all incredible. It's all amazing. Thank you so much for Nurture. World. Like, I was gonna start doing the outro, but I forgot that I was still recording this. But yeah, just incredible. Nurture is my album of the year. It honestly, might be my album of the decade too. Like, this is gonna be hard to top. Like, really hard to top. It's a masterpiece. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. That'll do it for me for my year-end lists of 2021. I'll be back at it with more videos. since I switched over to recording from my tablet to now recording on my phone. So I actually have space to like do things now, which is awesome. So I want to make more videos more often than I have been. Be nice. I'm gonna try maybe like a video a week if I can do that. That's probably not gonna happen, but I can do my best. School gives me like zero free time. Well, it gives me free time, but I just choose not to do this in it. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure leave a like, subscribe for more, comment down below what you want to see from me next. I really appreciate it, and that's all from me. Those are my top 15 albums of 2021. Leave me your list in the comments below. I'd love to see what your top albums were. And yeah. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. I will see you in the next video.